A few days later, the book arrived. Allison made herself a cup of coffee, stepped onto her balcony, felt the cold wind on her face, and opened the first chapter. Set clear goals. The book said that clear, achievable goals are the foundation of discipline. They give you direction. They give you purpose. That hit her hard. Allison realized she had always dreamed big, starting her own business, becoming successful in digital marketing, living a better life. But she had never written any of it down. No plan. Just hope. Then she read a line that changed everything. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. So she grabbed a notebook and wrote, I will lose 20 pounds in 6 months. I will finish 3 advanced digital marketing courses. I will read 5 books every month. For the first time in her life, her future didn't feel like a blur. It felt real. The next morning, her alarm went off early, and she hit snooze. 5 minutes turned into an hour. She felt disappointed in herself, but then she remembered another line from the book. Failure is part of the process. Just get back on track. So instead of quitting, she made a big goal chart and hung it on her wall. Every small win got a check mark, and slowly, things began to change. Build a routine. The next lesson talked about routines. A consistent daily routine builds habits that create discipline. Allison knew her life had been messy. Late nights, late mornings, wasted weekends. So she created a schedule. Wake up, exercise, work, study, rest. At first it was hard, but after a few days, something clicked. She started getting more done in one day than she used to do in a whole week. Even her boss noticed. But she also learned something important. A routine doesn't mean your life becomes boring. It means your life becomes intentional. Self-control. This lesson hit deep. Self-control is choosing long-term success over short-term pleasure. Allison knew her biggest weakness, her phone, so she deleted useless apps, set screen time limits, stopped mindless scrolling. It wasn't easy, but it was powerful. One Saturday night, her friends invited her out. She knew if she went, the next day would be wasted. She remembered a line from the book. Every time you resist temptation, you become closer to who you want to be. So she stayed home, and for the first time, she felt proud of herself. Mindfulness. Even with discipline, her mind still wandered. Old regrets, future worries. The book said, mindfulness brings you back to the present. So she started meditating, just breathing, just being. Slowly, the noise in her head quieted down. At work, she focused better. With people, she listened better. With herself, she felt calmer. She wrote a sentence on her wall. The present moment is the only place where life truly exists. Learning from failure. One day, Allison failed on an important project at work. She felt crushed, but the book said something that changed her mindset. Failure isn't the end, it's feedback. So instead of quitting, she looked at what went wrong. She fixed it. She improved. Failure stopped feeling like an enemy. It became a teacher. Consistency. This was the biggest lesson of all. Motivation gets you started. Consistency keeps you going. Allison promised herself one thing. Every day, one small step. Even when she was tired. Even when she didn't feel like it. Even when it was uncomfortable. She showed up, and slowly, her life transformed. Her confidence, her body, her mindset. One day her friends said, "You've changed. You're not the same person anymore." Allison smiled. "I didn't change overnight. I just stayed consistent.